Coucou, salam my loves, marhaba habibetey. I have a haul today and I sat down and I just realized that I'm missing two of the things from the haul. This is why I could never have YouTube as a job, because I just... YouTube is my hobby and it's the way that I get to talk to you guys. But as a profession and in which I would like hold myself up to those standards, it's not happening. I'm going to tell you what those two things... Oh God, I'm going to sneeze. Hey, excuse me. I will tell you about those other things that I didn't buy, that I bought, but they're not with me right now because they were just repurchases. So the first is a beauty blender. I got one of the black, the Black Pro beauty blenders. I like the coverage I get out of those. There was a bunch of you recently that told me that you don't like the beauty blender because you think it drinks up too much product. I haven't necessarily had that experience with it, and I was wondering, I thought it'd be easier to tell you globally versus like in comments, to make sure that you're wetting it a lot, like making it really, like I spend a good 15-20 seconds with it under the, doing this movement, under the sink while the sink is running, and then like getting it wet and then you rinsing it out, getting it wet, rinsing it out. And I just find that if I wet it well before I use it, it doesn't seem to absorb as much product. You guys might be doing that and still finding that, but it was a side note. So mine just, it wasn't, I couldn't get it as clean as I was able to, but in the past, it was starting to rip. So it's been a good 5-6 months. So I thought it was about time to replace it. I think it was Catherine that told me she puts hers in the microwave. Catherine, can you tell us how you do that? Because I tried to just like put boiling water and then my beauty blender in it and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and nothing happened. So let us know, any of you that use that trick. That was the first thing that I bought. The second is I got a new one of my Chanel Sublimage eye cream. I will link the review for it down below. I love that eye cream. It's like $250. It's not a cheap eye cream. I do not need a $250 eye cream. Like, again, I got the lady who was selling me, she's like, this isn't for you, is it, sweetie? And I'm like, yeah, it is. She's like, oh, I'm like, it's probably too rich and too intense, but I'm good. She's like, no, but you don't break out under your eyes. I'm like, I love this cream. It's one of those things. It's like, sometimes you buy expensive makeup. And I mean, I get the hydration effect I want out of it. Could I get it out of something cheaper? Maybe, but it's one of the rare eye creams that doesn't irritate my eyes, and I love the like feeling I get when I apply it, so I will happily keep spending my hard-earned money on it. So those are the two things that I don't have. The one thing that I bought from Sephora, and then the one last thing I bought from Sephora, and the rest are from MAC, is I got this Tom Ford Café Rose Eau de Parfum. I have it on today, and I don't know, I smelled it on my cousin and she smelled amazing in it. I like the bottle too. The bottle's cute. I'm changing these blinds, and so the lighting's gonna drive me crazy today. But it doesn't smell as good on me as it does on her. And it was an expensive one, so I'm hoping that it's just my body chemistry's been off today. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna keep giving it a shot. It might end up going back, unfortunately. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I should have known well. I say this to you guys all the time. Things, especially perfume, changes significantly based on your body chemistry, and I made the mistake of just ordering it online versus actually trying hers on myself before I ordered online. So we'll see. I don't know. It smells just like very warm and like feminine and intricate on her. On me, it just smells like perfume. Like it just smells like old lady a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that one. If you see a scent story time, then I've kept it. Otherwise, it's gone back. And then I got a couple pieces from the MAC Star Trek collection. I have bought a handful of things from MAC over this past year, like actually a handful. I passed on the Trolls collection. I passed on, because that was the big one that I was actually like really looking forward to, and I passed on it. I think I'm going to pass on the Selena collection. I know. I haven't really bought much of anything from MAC in the past year. Nothing's really excited me, but the packaging and the colors on these guys seemed exciting, so I picked up a couple of the things. So the first is, I think this is an MSF. What do they call it? Fantastic powder, Trip the Light Fantastic powder, which is new to me. I don't know if they're calling it that because it's Star Trek. I may have said Star Wars at some point in this video. I've been referring to this incorrectly as a Star Wars collection for a while, just as like a slip, like not on purpose. But I don't know if that's the name of the new powder they're creating, or if it's just because it's a Star Trek collection. This is in Strange New World. There were two other colors that I just seemed kind of either too light or not something I would want. I think it was, one was too light and the other one was kind of golden, and I was like, it's too close to like a MAC Soft and Gentle to feel like something I wanted to invest the money in. The inside of the packaging is like this, which I think is cute. And this is it on itself. I think the packaging is nice. Could they have done a little more? Probably, but I think the packaging is nice. I have this on as a blush topper today. It is a lovely color. I don't know if you guys can see that. I love peachy colors, especially on my cheeks. I think it swatches better on the finger than it really does on a swatch. So I did have to build it up a little bit, which is why I would say use it as a blush topper. You could use it as a highlight too. I like peach on my cheeks more as like on the apples of my cheek more than I like it as a highlight, but you could totally use it as a highlight. And I will not lie, there's probably a huge packaging factor in why I bought this. I think it's nice, but if it hadn't been limited edition packaging, I probably would have passed on it. The next is the color I have on my lips, so I bought one of the lipsticks. It's in Kling It On. This one I was actually pleasantly surprised with. The swatches that I saw online made it seem like it would be more sheer than it actually is, so I'm glad that I was wrong. Again, the packaging is the same on the inside, and then the lipstick tube has the 50 on it like so, and then it's like this. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I haven't bought MAC in a long time, so the smell of MAC always makes me super happy. That's the swatch there. You can do a lighter application to where it almost looks like a gloss if you wanted to use it more as a topper, or you can build it up to where, like, I'm not wearing lip liner or anything underneath it today, so you can build it up to kind of almost a full opacity. So I was excited about that. One of the eyeshadows. Oh, I guess it's a pressed pigment. It's not an eyeshadow. That makes sense. This is in the color Midnight. It's what's on the center of my lids. I'm gonna look down so you can see it. It's what's on the center of my lids. Packaging is the same. Makes sense that it's a pressed pigment, because I was gonna say it's not as opaque as I was hoping it would be. Let's do a swatch for you. So can you guys see that? Like, you've got a nice duochrome effect to it, but it's not like full-on color on its own. See what I mean? But now that it's a pigment, I can kind of get that. I think the problem is, damn, Tasha Denona has spoiled me with what pigmentation can be in shadows, and now I expect everything to be that color. But I do think it gives a beautiful, beautiful sheen. And I think on those days, like I've told you, sometimes I have to go to work, I can't like rock this look out because there's something to be said about, you know, looking professional and presentable and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole other conversation about that we can have. My sister and I had like a 40-minute talk about it today, of like how much is you dressing up for other people and you should dress up for yourself, which I totally agree with. But there's also something to be said about the fact, like, if I know I'm meeting with lawyers and bankers and people who are asking, you know, on a more professional level, I probably won't go into blue eyeshadow, like, you know, this look. But this blue eyeshadow is what I was gonna get at, is that because it can kind of be sheared out more where you can see the blue, but it's not like full on blue. I could totally feel like I could get away with this in an office setting, and it would be nice. So I like that about it. I have so many more thoughts on that topic, but I'm trying to keep this at a haul and not a chatty video. So yeah, those are the things that I've hauled recently. Let me know if you guys have picked up any goodies from the MAC collection, from Sephora, any of those kinds of good stuff. Any of those kinds of good stuff that doesn't seem like proper English. Anyways, let me know. I will talk to you soon. Let's do some points of positivity though. My first point of positivity is new makeup that I got to play with and that I got to chat to you guys about. My second point of positivity is a movie night tonight with my sister, which I'm really looking forward to. And the third is a run I'm about to head out and get on. Yeah, that's also not proper English, but I'm about to go for a run, and that is making me happy. Anyways, I will talk to you guys ever so soon. Let me know what's making you smile, but before I leave you, as always, let me remind you that life is just way too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.